This video is going to go over how to add pages and posts. So think of pages as a template. So it's a sort of a frame that has various puzzle pieces in it that assemble a page. So for example, I click on classes and I go to junior infants, and this is a page. So you think of it as a frame that holds the puzzle pieces of news articles, class teacher information, and image gallery. So this page has various elements that display on the page. To modify any of your pages, when you go into WordPress, you'll see a section on the left called Pages. Clicking on Pages gives you access to all the various pages that you have within your website. So specifically, we're looking at the class pages, which are sub-level items of this top-level item called Classes. So the various classes fall underneath this heading of Classes. So you'll see it's designated in kind of a hierarchy here. So you can see classes and the various pages that you have. To look at the pages, you can click on Edit, you can view it, you can duplicate it if you want to copy it to create that template for a new page. We'll just click Edit for now, just so I can show you how it's set up. So Smarty is really good in terms of building sort of these like I said, puzzle pieces to assemble into the page. So you'll see what we have initially. It starts with a space at the top, which is this little spacer here. And then we have a title. So Junior Infants News is my title. That appears here. The posts, which are the actual articles, they're listed here. On the right side is the teacher. So the class teacher name, and then the bio under there. Okay. And then we have another spacer, and then there's a title that says Image Gallery, which is here, and then the actual gallery. So to add items like this, Smarty comes with this thing called a page builder. So to add elements to any of your pages, you can click on this Add button, and you're going to add an element to the page. You'll see there's a whole lot of different elements that you can add. So if you wanted to add a gallery, or if you wanted to add social media links, or maybe it's just a link to a website or another title, buttons, or whatever the case is. They have these kind of templated, we'll call them widgets, that you can add within the page. Okay, so these are all the various sort of items that you can add. Now I've already built the template out here, so you probably shouldn't have to do much with this. Your posts I've already pulled in from the post section, so that's all set. It's going to pull in the Junior Infants News, and it's going to display three posts. So the three latest posts will appear on that page. Once you reach the three, it will link to it'll have a link to further posts that, regarding junior infants. So you shouldn't have to do much with this. Okay, but that just shows you how the pages work. Other pages you may have, if you want to change anything, say to the extracurricular sports page, this is the template, which looks different from the template for the classes page. So the way you would go to that one is click pages on the left. They're alphabetical, so you just use the pagination down at the bottom to get to the page that you want to edit. So in this case, it's our sports page. Where is it? So it falls under extracurricular. Sorry. All right, so under extracurricular, we have choir, quiz team, and sport. So this is where you go to that page, and you can click edit to make any changes to the page. Clicking on edit just brings you to access to the various items in there. So on the left we have an image, which is this soccer image we can see here, and that's where you select the image that you want to use, which I've done. And then your title, Welcome to School Sport, which is here. And to modify that, you would just use this edit button. And you can make changes to it here. And then the actual content, which is here, is just this another little widget called Block Quote, which is similar to like a Word document that you can fill in whatever you want there. Okay. Any of these pages as well, I should point out that if you think you made a huge mistake or if you look at the template, you make a change, and then something looks a bit wonky or a bit funny, you'll notice with each page you have this area called revisions. So what this allows you to do is revert back to any of the previous versions of that page. So you can click on, let's say, the one that I've published in April, and this will show me that page. It compares the code, and then you have this option to restore this revision if you want to actually restore it. So it's completely up to you. So don't feel like you're once you make a change that's set in stone. You can always go back to a previous revision if you've made any mistakes. So that's kind of the basics on pages. Adding new pages is just easy. So you just click on Add New, and this basically brings you to a blank slate. Clean slate, so you have access to what works very similar to a Word document, where you can type in any text, select the text, bold, add any hyperlinks if you want that to be a link, add images, add media, etc. And then you have the option to publish it. That's sort of the basics on how pages work.